We found 2+ Smiles when our kids outgrew their pediatric dentist, and my husband and I wanted a place where the whole family could be taken care of.
As far as technology goes, there is nobody more advanced than 2+ Smiles.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I hope everyone has had a fantastic Sunday, whether that was spent enjoying the beautiful conditions outside, maybe even watching some football. I'm repping the Bills tonight, and I say face the Chiefs. I know Chief Meteorologist Matt Laubon and Gabe Maynor are both Chiefs fans. I'm the only Bills fan, so house divided this week, but it has been a great weekend here in North Mississippi, and thankfully it's been a beautiful wrap up to the weekend as well. That takes us to our first headline, basically a beautiful end to the weekend. We saw those gray, overcast, cloudy skies. Thankfully, we're seeing those clear skies and beautiful conditions outdoors. But as we continue into the evening, we're gonna have some fog and frost possible tonight as we continue into those evening hours, especially with how cold it's going to get. I'll be letting you know those lows later on in the broadcast, but also we're gonna be taking a look at your long-range forecast. I'm going to get you ready for the work week and pretty much track out what that looks like as you continue into the work week all the way into next weekend as well. So you're going to be good to go as you get ready to head to bed later on tonight this evening. But let's take a live look out here in Kosciusko. Temperatures around 52 degrees, feels like 52. And it's still very trippy for me. I know we set back our clocks last night, but doing a 6 o'clock broadcast and that sun already down, like this is what I would see during the 10 o'clock broadcast. But it's still beautiful outdoors, and we're going to enjoy it. It was very weird driving up here and seeing that sun already setting. Same thing out here in Blue Springs, except temperatures around 48 degrees. Feels like 46 as well. So already feeling like you're in the mid 40s. Not too many people out and about right now, pretty much just enjoying these conditions indoors, watching it from behind their windows as we continue into the evening hours ahead. But taking a look at the first 12, we can already see those icons starting to pop up with that fog possibility later on tonight. We're starting off temperatures around 45 degrees by 7 o'clock, cooling on off towards the upper 30s by the time we make it toward those AM hours. Of course, with that fog comes the potential of some frost as well, just because of how low those temperatures will get later on tonight. We can even wake up to some fog as well, so pretty much going to be some widespread areas of fog overnight, but into your early morning hours as well. So might be a foggy start to the work week ahead as well. But taking a look at the Mississippi Live Weather Radar, not much to look at right now, and that is beautiful. It is clear and it is calm. Not much to analyze here, and that is what we like to see here in North Mississippi. And one of the major reasons for that is because we don't really have any really weather makers around us. The only thing we have is that high pressure system here on the Doppler radar, kind of just popping up in the last second. But pretty much just high pressures galore all across the United States. So that high pressure system that you see just at the last second of that futurecast kind of popping on up, that is what is responsible for these calm, clear conditions. And that's what's going to be responsible for these conditions lasting all the night, or all throughout tonight and into tomorrow as well. So let's kind of track that out here. You can see that high pressure system around 6:30 this evening, and it kind of can't decide where it wants to go. It just lingers across North Mississippi pretty much all night into your early morning Monday hours, and still kind of moving south, almost doing a little U-turn, a wraparound, going back towards Arkansas as well. This is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are seeing clear conditions as we start off the day. You saw that cloud cover starting to build up just a little bit in the morning. Be like, crap, are we starting our Monday with cloudy conditions? Just got to give it an hour or two, and those clouds are as good as gone by the time we get into those afternoon hours. And we can see this on the next 24. We're starting off with those patchy fogs, temperatures around 35 degrees, maybe seeing some of that cloud cover by 9 o'clock in your morning. But once you get through those morning hours, we're starting to see clear and sunny skies as we continue into the day. Pretty much temperatures around 60 degrees by 12 o'clock, warming on up towards the mid 60s, but that's where we're topping on out before we start cooling off, already seeing mid 50s by the 6 o'clock broadcast. Tomorrow, it will be a beautiful day and a beautiful start to the work week, but also might be the trend as we continue into your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to be covering all of that coming up here, especially when are those rain chances returning back in your forecast. I'll have all of that coming up in 1 minute.
At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want and the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
I know you're going through a lot. wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hi, my name is Rosie. Regional Rehab Center helps kids like me by offering speech therapy, occupational therapy, and dyslexia therapy. Your support helps so many of us get what we need to grow and succeed. Please help the Rehab Center.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I know we just are only 2 days into November. We just fell back as well, seeing dark skies. But if this doesn't scream below average, 45 degrees outside in Crenshaw right now. I mean, still beautiful conditions, calm, clear conditions, but also chilly as well. Still going to be a beautiful evening out there in Crenshaw. We're just going to see that slight warming trend as we continue into the work week ahead. Same thing out here in Maben, that sun continuing to set, seeing somewhat of a faint glow as we continue within the next few minutes, but 48 degrees out there still feels like 48 as well. I mean, you can already see some of those stars getting picked up by the camera just with how clear and dark it is out there. But taking a look at your day planner, we're starting off with temperatures around 43 degrees by 8 o'clock, but there we go with those fog icons. Those are going to stay pretty consistent overnight, starting later on this evening, but pretty much sticking around all throughout the overnight hours and even into the early morning hours when we wake up, seeing temperatures drop towards around 37 degrees by 2 o'clock later on tonight. So let's track this out here on Futurecast. We can see that high pressure system. That's what's responsible for these beautiful, calm, clear conditions for the back half of our weekend. And that's what's going to be responsible for those conditions lingering into the work week as well. This is at 10 o'clock during the 10 o'clock broadcast time. You can still see clear, calm conditions all across North Mississippi. That high pressure system just kind of wants to be the focus and highlight of this broadcast. Just can't decide where it wants to go. Still kind of pushing on south, seeing that cloud cover build back up at 6 o'clock. But once we get to the next Futurecast, you're going to see just how short those clouds can live here in North Mississippi. But those low temperatures, I'm telling you, chilly. I mean, it is just blue all across the map, and we're getting closer to those freezing levels. I mean, 33 degrees out there. Houston, Bruce. Let's see if we can find another one real quick. Might just be those two. Hamilton, there you go. But I mean, we are talking cold, cold temperatures overnight tonight, which is why we have those frost possibilities as we continue into the overnight hours. But also, speaking of, it's a school night, so which means it's going to be a chilly start as well, especially not only will you be dealing with those patchy fog areas, but also temperatures 36 degrees by drop off, slowly working your way back up into the mid 60s by the time you get towards your afternoon hours. So definitely going to make sure the kids are wrapped up with whatever sweaters, hoodies that they have, because it will be a brisk start to the school day. But coming back to Futurecast, I'm covering up the high pressure. He's already had enough screen time so far in this broadcast. That cloud cover around 6 o'clock, you can see it kind of trying to build on up in those early morning hours. There it goes, already gone by the time we make it towards lunchtime. So we're going to see those calm, clear conditions. The high pressure system still behind me, working its magic on allowing us to stay clear and calm outdoors. As we continue into the afternoon hours, we're just going to continue seeing these calm, clear conditions. And that's going to be the trend not only throughout your Monday, but into the rest of the work week as well. That took you to 6 o'clock for your Monday evening. High temperatures are going to be in the mid 60s all across North Mississippi. Feeling amazing outside. You can see a whole bunch of 62s. Hamilton, Red Bay, Iuka, Boonville, 63 out there in Corinth. Those heat and seas keeping you right there with those temperatures, maybe trying to cool you off just a little bit, but we are feeling just as nice as those temperatures are reading outdoors. But let's come back to Futurecast to track out the rest of your Monday evening into your Tuesday as well. That high pressure system, I mean, just front and center still, kind of moving back towards North Mississippi, hovering over us in the Tuesday morning hours, even into 8:30 o'clock for your Tuesday morning. Still seeing those calm, clear conditions. Finally scoots on out of our range right here in Futurecast. And as we go throughout Tuesday, I mean, that went through the entire day, just showing these calm, clear conditions, not seeing any green, yellow, orange, red on the map. I know we'd love to see some rain chances since this is our dry season. Those chances don't really come up until the end of the work week and possibly the start of the weekend as well. Tracking into your Wednesday morning hours around 1 o'clock, still seeing those calm, clear conditions, maybe a little bit breezy as well. But those high temperatures warming on up just a little bit, pretty much low 70s, back in those 70s for our forecast for your Tuesday. So still going to feel amazing outdoors. I know for me, I don't do well with the cold. I don't mind going back to these temperatures. It's just the 80s, 90s. We can avoid those, and we will as we continue into the month of November. But that slight warming trend, especially those heat and seas kind of warming up with those temperatures, keeping us right there, not boosting us up anymore, keeping us right there with what those temperatures are reading outdoors. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast, kind of showing that warming trend. We can see our high 65 for Monday, pretty much sunny skies galore, but notice our highs kind of steadily increase as we continue into the work week, finally seeing mid 70s by the time we wrap up the work week. But also notice Friday, seeing the chance of rain chances again. They kind of keep bouncing between Friday and Saturday. We're going to take a look at what those rain chances look like coming up in just a minute. But also, notice after those rain chances, those temperatures start dipping again, seeing mid 60s by the end of the weekend. So it's going to be a beautiful week here in North Mississippi. But like I mentioned earlier, I want to give you kind of a long range forecast. We covered Monday and Tuesday, but what does the rest of the work week look like? How do we forecast those rain chances? All of that's coming up in 1 minute.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Being a parent, especially for the first time, with that comes a lot of self-doubt. As a dad, I just try to lead by example. When you're trying to be the best person that you can be, your kids see that and then they emulate that.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. Taking a look at our temperature outlook. This is from November 8th through the 12th, so not forecasting this next work week, but almost by the time y'all see me next weekend into the front half of the next work week. But you can kind of see with the temperature outlook, we're around average, and that is a good thing because we've been below average for quite a while now, at least for the last week. We're still experiencing it right now, but that warming trend is going to kind of return us back towards those average conditions here in North Mississippi. But I will gladly take this instead of maybe that above average getting into the warmer category. Definitely don't want to see any of those dark reds popping up, but it is showing that warming trend kind of continuing into the rest of this work week, and we're going to see those average temperatures as we reach next weekend and into the next work week. But taking a look at Futurecast, this is going to be the GFS model, and I wanted to show it kind of just across the southeast, not just our DMA, so we can see what's going on as a big picture. This is a long range model that we can use to kind of look throughout the rest of the work week into next weekend. So let's kind of track out how long these calm and clear conditions last. This is Sunday, 10:30. I try to stop them pretty much each time at the same time throughout the rest of the work week. So 10:30 for your Sunday. Later on tonight, seeing those calm, clear conditions, but we're going to go through all the way through Monday. These are going to be very fast paced. This is Monday, 10:30 as well. I mean, not seeing many clouds at all across the southeast. That high pressure is still just kind of dominating, keeping us in this ridge as we continue into the start of the work week. But let's go into Tuesday as well, seeing those sunny skies kind of continue. Clouds all around the southeast, but not affecting us here in North Mississippi. Kind of seeing that southerly wind kind of try to bring some more moisture back from the Gulf, not colliding with any cold fronts or anything, not going to bring us any severe weather, but is what's going to be partly responsible for that slow warming trend as we continue into the work week ahead. But Wednesday, kind of seeing some of that cloud cover return very briefly, still calm, clear conditions into your Wednesday as well. But Thursday starts to get a little bit different. That cloud cover starting to build in just a little bit through the back half of your day, especially during that 10 o'clock broadcast. We'll have some over our heads. Still going to be overnight, not really affecting us much, but showing that there is some more moisture returning here in North Mississippi, but it changes just a little bit Friday. Start seeing those rain changes kind of pop up. It's not going to be very specific. This is just giving you an area where we can start seeing those rain changes starting to get a little bit darker here, just a little bit more confident, but showing maybe a little frontal system trying to make its way through North Mississippi, provide us with rain chances for your Friday. Then that's going to kind of push on into Saturday as well. Maybe some lingering showers as well on the overnight period into your early Saturday morning hours, pushing into Alabama as well, maybe some heavier showers as well. So it's not just green. We'll kind of show you some yellow and oranges as well. But that is what's responsible for those rain chances Friday and Saturday. Kind of keeps changing on that timing as we continue throughout the weekend, but that's going to be something we're going to continue to monitor here at Mississippi Live Weather, but also what's responsible for that dip in the temperatures as well. So there's a little long range forecast on what you can expect as we continue into the work week. Basically, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be calm. It's going to be clear. It's going to be a great work week here in North Mississippi. But I appreciate y'all tuning into this broadcast. Of course, here's the iOS and Android QR codes for our app. We appreciate all the support you've given us and all the feedback as well, because we want to make sure that app is top notch for you guys out there. And of course, we'll be back live here tonight at 10 o'clock, the last broadcast for this weekend. Make sure to see all those updated values as we get ready to head out of the door tomorrow morning back to yet another work week here in North Mississippi. But for now, go out, enjoy some more football, enjoy these beautiful conditions, and I'll see y'all back here in the Room to Room Weather Center at 10.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us, Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures.